or seen. That starting soon scene.
I don't have that one put up. It's just going to go straight into it.
Or yeah.
All right, and we should be live.
Cool.
Okay. So it's our first live stream. We've also got Brian from our team who's going to be joining in. And everybody's pretty excited. For good reason. Why not, right? So we've got my account up here, and we're in what's called pre-market hours. So the market hasn't actually opened yet. There's not a whole lot you can do until the market opens, with the exception of a couple of functions. One of those things is called limit orders. That's what we're going to maybe see about doing this morning with this $20 that we're going to use at first. This is my own personal account, and what that means is what you're seeing is my account. It's my money. It's all the stuff that I have, and don't be discouraged by the red that you see here, because I'm fairly confident those are going to go back up, and that's not what I want anyone to pay attention to. But I have a list that I have put together of some things that we could look at from all of these different types of things that you could purchase just for this particular group. And what you're seeing on the right hand side are what the cost would be for each individual share. And the background there in Robinhood actually does change when it goes from those pre-market can't do anything to when you can. And then you get the nice big white background. And that lets you know, all right, you can do stuff now. Otherwise they won't allow
Hello.
anything to go
Sorry,
through.
my headset died.
Hey, Brian. Like I said, we're live.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can't hear you.
You can't
How
hear
about
me?
now?
Yep, because we're live. But I'm showing that we got skipped frames too. but we'll just see what happens. So we're looking at what we can spend just $20 on. And we can put that all into one thing. We can divide that up into several things. And we've got a lot of different things that are within that price range here. Because I found things that were under $1 in total per share. So we could get a few of these things that are less than that amount. But which thing? Now, that's where research is going to come in. Again, what I am doing is at my own risk. So, what I do is just what you're watching. I am not making a recommendation of what you should put your money into. I am not giving you financial advice. I'm just letting you see what happens when I make these particular types of decisions. And I'm letting you see in real time what the consequences might be for those things. So, this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get this, and I'm going to see about getting...
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Brian. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Cool.
I've been live streaming now.
I know. I don't know what happened. I'm back.
Alright, and we only have a $20 amount that we can put into this. So I am going to put in for... Okay, $19.75. And that's the order that I am putting in
Sweet.
for High Point Resources at $0.395 per share. So 39.5 cents each.
Okay. It's a lot of shares.
That's 50 shares that I'm getting on that for that $20. It's actually $19.75 that I was able to put in.
Cool.
So we're going to watch that and see what happens. There are reasons why I selected this particular stock, and that's actually what we're going to look into now. Because part of doing these investments, because if you don't do proper research, if you don't do proper due diligence, you are essentially gambling.
Yeah. You're just looking at a chart and hoping it goes up or down.
Yep. And we don't want to play around with that. We actually want to make sure that we're making sound decisions. And this is a good resource here called Market Watch that will let you do that. It'll give you some pretty good information that you need to know about certain things. And this particular stock is up 3 cents from where it was. Now, this company also has their earnings report or their report of profits coming out tomorrow.
Hmm.
So a lot of people are buying it right now. And that's something that you do want to pay attention to. What is the earnings report? When is the earnings report coming out?
So, how long have you been doing this at this point? Like
I
2 months,
have
right?
3 months. 3 months, almost to the day.
Okay. So, what do you notice before earnings report? A spike or like a decline?
Well, what I saw over the last couple of weeks is actually why we postponed our original live stream here, because we were supposed to go live 2 weeks ago. But
Right.
they had what they had called earnings season going on. And earnings season was they had a number of the really, really big companies reporting on a lot of their earnings over the last couple of weeks. Those were like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla. And those big players have a really big influence on the market overall, is what I've seen. A lot of people will look to them and they will see whether or not they want to put money into the stock market based on how well or poorly they are doing. So when they made their reports, they had a really big pull over the market. And I didn't want that to be confused with how the market normally behaves because I know that it doesn't behave normally during those earning seasons. And
Yep.
when the earning season comes around, it's actually, it depends on the stock from what I've seen. You see some that go down because people are short selling it, is what I've heard that called. They're selling off whatever it is that they've got, and they're trying to drive the price down lower before earnings so they can buy it again at a lower price. And then when the earnings report comes out, the price may go up a bit, and then they'll sell off when that price goes up again. Uh, what I'm noticing about earnings more than anything else is that people are paying attention to it in order to buy it for just a short period of time and then sell it in order to actually get profit out of it. But those are some things that you'll have to watch for yourself and see whether or not that may be the case. And that's also why we've got this list here of all these different things. Because these are things that you could afford. They're at a very, very low cost, but they're also really, really high risk. And I have to understand and remember that myself too. These are very high risk. Now, like I said, I've got some things here that are showing in the red, but I'm not really concerned about them because I'm fairly certain they're going to come up with some certain things that happen in the near future anyway. But my overall has been pretty good, and I was able to meet some short-term goals here recently because I was at, what was it, like 3,800 last week
Mm.
overall. And I was able to actually get over 4,000 without having to make any additional deposits into my account. I was able to do that with just the money that I had in my investment account.
Yeah, you actually cracked 4,000.
Yep. So now my next short-term goal is going to be 4,400. That's going to be
With
my
no,
next short-term goal
with no additional deposits.
with no additional deposits. So I'm not looking to deposit any more money this week into the account itself. I'm looking to grow the account more than what it is, and that
Hmm.
should be just, that would be maybe like, what would that be? 6 to 7%
Um,
for $300. Because we're going to try and break 4,400. But we haven't put any extra money into this yet. And what we did just get was for $19.75. That's under that $20. So this is our first $20 for anybody who's watching. This is our experiment. This is what we're trying. This is what we're going to grow from for anybody who may be watching and viewing. The other things that I have in my portfolio, I haven't been able to move those because they are currently showing at a loss. If I sell it while it's down and low, I've lost that money. I'm never going to get it back.
that's bad.
I want to hold on to these because I want them to go back up before I sell them.
For the viewers at home, that's bad.
Uh,
Don't sell for negative money.
yeah, because, yeah, it's really scary to think that you might lose your money. That is a horribly terrifying thought, especially if you
Yep.
don't have a whole lot. But what you need to remember is that you have not actually lost that money until you sell for a loss. So,
Yeah.
if I
So
choose to
once,
sell these, I'm at a loss. I'm never going to get that money back. If I hold on to it, there's a chance it's going to come back up.
yeah, once you understand that, and you internalize that, it's actually very comforting because then you know, okay, well, you have that voice in the back of your head that tells you, oh my God, sell, oh my God, sell, I'm losing all my money. If you just take a deep breath and realize, well, I haven't lost any money until I actually click that button, then you can just sit on it.
And
And I mean,
you can actually help yourself at the same time, because while it's showing that it's low like that and that I've currently lost some money, here's the reason why it's showing that. And if you'll notice, they have an average cost for whatever it is that you hold. And right now, for this particular item, I'm holding 366 shares of it. And each one is an average cost of $11.69 for myself. That's how much I paid for each one. Now,
right.
while it's down, right now it's showing at $10.87. If I were to buy more of these shares while it's at this price, then that would actually bring that average cost down for me. And that means I have more shares, I have less cost involved with each share, and when the price goes back up, that's a lower price it has to get over for me to actually benefit or have a gain from it.
Yeah. That's actually a kind of a more, I don't want to say advanced strategy, but it's counterintuitive um, to most people
Yeah, you don't
because they
normally think
think, well,
about, well, the price is going down, why do I want to get more? I want to get out of it. No, you want to pick up more of it.
yeah, if you want to get out of it, you want to make a quicker gain, and the way to do that is to buy more and lower your average share price,
And
like you said.
when you're working with lower amounts, it's a lot easier to do that. Like I said, the first thing that we bought was less than 40 cents a piece. So
Sure.
because it's less than 40 cents a piece, it's only going to fluctuate within a couple of cents each. And we only have 50 shares of this right now. So if this were to go down, then next week when we put in more money and it was down, for example, we could just buy more at a lower price and bring our average cost down. And that's called averaging down.
Right. And kind of have a mobile game, like if you're down, that's when you hit the paywall in a mobile game, and like that's it, because Robinhood can become pretty, I don't want to say addicting, but it's pretty fun. It almost becomes a game when you're investing uh,
But
on the market.
I don't think that's a mindset anybody should actually carry, though. Because when you start thinking
No.
about it like a game, then it becomes a game in your mind, and you're playing with your money.
Well, right. I mean, yeah, the idea is you want to actually invest and make a return on your money, but I mean, it can feel that way. And I guess my point is that in the same thing in a mobile game, where if you hit the point where you can't, so stocks are the same way. You don't want to sell just to invest in something else. You want to hold that and just accept, okay, well, I'm done. I'm either buying more of the stock or I'm going to wait till next week and I put in my whatever my budget is, and then I'll use that.
Yeah,
You're like, don't sell.
yeah.
The point of this whole conversation is don't sell at a loss.
And the very first thing, you're not going to earn anything or lose anything until you actually put money into it. So that's the first step. That's what we've done today. And we're waiting for the market to open still. And you're going to notice that a lot of
Mhm.
things change as soon as that happens. When the market actually opens at 9:30 a.m., things kind of start moving very, very quickly. And it it's going to keep moving for the next hour. We're going to see that happening. Um, Evan, if you take a look
Yep.
here, there's actually one of the things that I have in my account that is moving already during these pre-market hours, and it's called Genius Brands. I don't know if you see that too here, Brian, because I know that you've got a little bit in there as well.
Yeah, I just got the notification for that price movement.
Yeah. And it's the other thing too is that Robinhood will let you know when the things that you are either watching or have money invested inside of start moving up or down over a certain amount. And right now, Genius Brands actually moved up during these pre-market hours, more have invested in them. And right now they're showing at 8.9% that they've gained over pre-market hours. This is exactly what I meant by waiting and holding on and waiting for it to come back up. Because this stock right now, I was negative 200 something when we started here just a few minutes ago.
Now where are you at?
Right now it's at 186, so it's coming back up. And part of this, what I have been kind of treating this as, is like a clearance sale. Because a lot of stocks right now are at a very, very low value. General Electronics, that's a name that a lot of people know. That's a name that a lot of people trust. And right now, their stock is at $6.10 a share.
Yeah.